Hello everyone! Welcome to Evolution event by Affyn. I am Tammy Chu, Director of Community Relations in Affyn, and I will be your host for today. I hope you enjoyed the opening video just now featuring Dr. Geraldine, a familiar character in our game in NEXUS World. Dr. Geraldine has evolved with us, representing our growth and aspirations. She's a symbol of our commitment to innovation and creativity, and is a reflection of our community and team. And today marks the beginning of our evolution. And in just a bit, we'll have our CEO and founder, Mr. Lucas Lee, Chief Product Officer, Steve Taylor, and Chief Marketing Officer, Tina Chu, to join me on stage to share with you an exciting lineup of updates this year just for you. And I will start with the first good news. I have 50 guaranteed spots up for grabs for our OG edition Mythical Buddy NFT free mint. And in case you don't already know, our previous Buddy NFT mint Gen 0 Buddies was sold out in 100 seconds. So, how do you get to win? We have 3 questions that will be popping up randomly on the screen throughout this event. And there will be a Google form will be given to you at the end of the event. So all you have to do is to answer these 3 questions, upload screenshots of you following Affyn's Twitter, and like our raffle announcement tweet. This contest ends 1 hour after this Evolution event at 3 AM UTC. Winners will be announced on Affyn's Discord and Twitter tomorrow. Again, 3 questions popping out randomly throughout the event. That means you need to keep your eyes glued, ears open, listen closely for answers, because everything we share might just be an important clue. So good luck, and may you be one of the 50 winners to win a guaranteed spot for OG Edition Mythical Buddy NFT free mint. So, shall we start? I'm seeing the excited faces of my colleagues right in front of me right now, and we can't wait to share with you the progress we have made so far. So put your hands together, let's make some noise for our founder and CEO of Affyn, Mr. Lucas Lee!
Thanks, Tammy. Hi everyone, this is Lucas, founder and CEO of Affyn. It's finally Evolution Day and I'm thrilled to be here. Now, when we first started Affyn, it was built with the fundamental vision of bringing people together through fun and fascinating shared experiences. Now, we believe that by connecting the virtual and physical worlds, we can accomplish this vision where we start by first building a portfolio of games and metaverses into what we call the Affyn Multiverse. Now, within the multiverse, there will be products developed internally, externally. There will also be acquisitions of other games and metaverses, and through collaborations with others as well. Now, our core and flagship product is NEXUS World, the geolocation-based metaverse where our users will have an immersive and interactive experience, not just virtually, but also in the physical world. It's also the place where our in-game characters called buddies are born. Now, these NFTs that you own are interoperable and can be brought into different worlds across the entire multiverse. NEXUS World has been an ongoing huge development, and even though it's a closed beta, we wanted to give you a glimpse of the development progress and updates, and the best person to share with you is none other than our Chief Product Officer, Steve Taylor.
It's great to be here. I can't wait to share some exclusive insights into the development of NEXUS World. I'll also talk about our plans for the future later on. The Affyn team has been working really hard and has been making great progress on NEXUS World. We prepared a video to give you a sneak peek on some of that work.
So, when we last checked in at the Alpha event, there was already a significant amount of work done. Since, we've made a lot of progress.
I think fun is a really important feeling to have when a player plays our game. I think that our goal is kind of like just how a person would eat a dish made by a chef and say, it's delicious. We want players to play our game and say, it's fun.
First, on the world itself. So you would have seen that the NEXUS World land is now available, the collection is out. We've been creating 9.8 billion variations of NEXUS World land. It's not only the work that we have done to make that collection look amazing and make each piece of land look unique, it's the fact that NEXUS World takes place in NEXUS World land. So now when you navigate in the game, and specifically in the overworld, where you have that little flying saucer to navigate around, if you are in a location where you have claimed the land during one of the city launches, well, you will be accessing that very land via your game.
We're trying new technology like Web3, like blockchain, NFTs, and how to use them in games hasn't exactly been figured out yet. Not just using it in a trivial way, but how can we deliver an experience that you can only create by using this new technology? We have a healthy amount of skepticism as we are going forward. I think it became this like whetstone where we kept grinding ideas together, and every time that we came out of each stage, there was always the best ideas that came out.
Geolocation is now enabled in the game, and that means that when you look at the overworld on your phone and you look around you, you will recognize some of these features. So if you look at the coastlines or the big water bodies, you can actually recognize them on the NEXUS World. There's an interesting anecdote about this actually. From our office, out of the window of our main meeting room, there is a place where the rainbows always start. In the rainy season, when it rains and at the end of the day the sun comes out, there's a beautiful rainbow that comes out, always from the same location, out of our window. And what's interesting is that this land is actually a mythical land. And not only it is a mythical land, but the special effect that shrouds that mythical land is actually a rainbow flare. So we're really excited to see that us overlaying the NEXUS world on top of the physical world has actually led us to, well, pinpointing the base of the rainbow in both the real world and the virtual world. So we've actually focused a lot of our time on the snow biome so that we can really create a whole new set of environment for the character to evolve in this snow environment, for the buddies also to evolve in this snow environment. I'm really excited about it because I love how our creative team has come up with this concept of a snow biome that has all of these underwater corals and crystals that emerge, so it is visually very rich. One of the big things that we've been working on as well is the new avatar. New proportions, a new design. We felt that this would be an opportunity for players to customize their avatars in a lot more ways. So we've created that avatar also so that it can be customized from head to toe with accessories, with clothes, with headgear, footwear, etc. And we're really looking forward to see how the players are going to start customizing and making it their own.
If you are planning to make this mainstream and work towards the future, it has to touch everybody's hearts. Regular people, people who are not good at technology, it's creating a whole new world, monsters, characters. It takes a lot of time, it takes a lot of effort, and especially if you want something that has quality and substance. And so the idea slowly evolved from a equipment gathering RPG adventure to something where something that embodied more life and more about care and love. Eventually, all of these parts came together, and it became what it needed to be in the best way possible. We're proud of it. We're proud of how far we've come.
So that's where we are right now. But we have still a long way to go, a lot more work to do to make this game the amazing experience that we want it to be, that the team is gathering around and pouring all of their energy into it. I'm incredibly proud of that team and to the players. They all want, we all want to bring our players the best game possible. So there's going to be a lot more work going into that. We can't talk about the details yet. That's going to be for next time. Stay tuned.
This behind-the-scenes video captures so well the energy of this project. Where did it start? The journey of creating NEXUS World began with a vision to empower a community through cross-world utility and asset ownership. we created 9.8 billion NEXUS World unique plots of land, each a different combination of distinct features and each telling a story of its own. For this, the art team took 3 months to produce more than 500 unique pieces of artwork and experiment with many methods of layering to ensure that each of the 9.8 billion possible combinations looked stunning. We took extra care in setting the guidelines and the quality benchmarks before going into production to ensure each plot of land would look cohesive and could represent the theme of its biome really well. We also wanted this land art to serve as a reference for all the 3D models that we will create in the NEXUS World. So it was a crucial exercise, not only for our NFT collection, but for the aesthetic of NEXUS World in general. I want to touch on geolocation, a key aspect of NEXUS World. Each NEXUS World land corresponds to an actual location in the real world, and you can see how the virtual and real worlds intersect thanks to our World Viewer. The World Viewer has also supported our city launches. When you claim a plot of land, it is directly minted into your wallet to become an NFT with its own unique artwork. Geolocation is now enabled in the game. That means that each tile that you see in the game's overworld, this view here with the flying saucer, corresponds to the same land in the World Viewer. So if I'm currently standing in the land that's a mythical snow biome, when I launch the game, I will be located over that exact same mythical snow plot of land. When I'm at our office on the 32nd floor and look outside the window, we have an expansive view of Singapore's marina area. I see the same water bodies and coastline appear in the game. It's really exciting to start seeing how the two worlds converge. Talking about biomes, we previously showed NEXUS World taking place in a grass biome. We have another big development update to share. We are actively building the snow biome action world. We already created a snowy environment that has a strong winterland vibe and in which players can evolve in. But we want to create a snowland that has more than just ice and snow. I mentioned earlier how the art we created for the NEXUS World Land collection serves as a reference in building our 3D world. We wanted our winterland to have splashes of color, and that's why we envisioned colorful crystal deposits, coral formations, making the NEXUS World snow biome not only visual distinctive, but also really interesting to explore for our players. We are modeling in 3D some of these unique features and are bringing them into the snow biome one by one. Did you know though, the 4 biomes do not follow the real world's geography? So in NEXUS World, you can find snow under the tropics. If you're in Singapore or Indonesia, you will find snowy land to explore. So make sure your game character has a change of warm clothes. So about our game character. In order to create a truly engaging and immersive gaming experience, we knew we needed to take our character development to the next level. The previous avatar, with its chibi style, was limiting us too much. We wanted more expressiveness, more dynamism, more ways to customize the game character so you could make it your own. That's why we invested in upgrading our avatar. You've seen at the beginning of Evolution the new look of Dr. Geraldine. And personally, I love that new look. But that's not just about Dr. Geraldine. It's about every player's presence in the NEXUS World too. We want each one of you to be able to customize your game character. We believe that a fundamental aspect of the metaverse is to let users define how they want to appear in the metaverses they explore. And this is our first step towards this. Our upgraded avatar offers a wide range of customization options and is designed to be more expressive and more engaging. The new body shape will allow for more lifelike animations, which the previous model was not well suited for. We believe that these elements are crucial in helping players connect with their characters on a deeper level. This is a big step in making the gameplay experience a lot more enjoyable. Fret not, we didn't overhaul the buddies. For those of you who are here for the first time, buddies are creatures that are endemic to the NEXUS World. and which will always play a central part in our metaverse. You can capture them, train them, have them battle alongside you, and they will be your companions in your Nexus World journey. Your buddies. We now have 12 buddies. There's the 8 buddies Flumph, Nessie, Pegasus, Gagamaru, Lapis, Chukwa, Bronto, and Perfin that you've seen in our trailers. They're now all in the game. There's also the 4 mythical buddies, which are interoperable NFTs. And we're not stopping here. We just released a new buddy this month, Akuma, and have plenty more coming throughout the year. Let me share a bit about how buddies are created. Each buddy is a unique and special creation with its own personality, style, and backstory. Our game design team puts a lot of thought and care into each new buddy that is added into the lore. Once we have a concept, our 2D artists will start sketching and will come up with art that will serve as reference for building a buddy. The art and game design teams iterate on it until they're happy with it. Then once the concept art is final, modelers step in for 3D sculpting and texturing, riggers create a rig to control the buddy's movements, and an animator will bring the buddy to life through animation. The amount of time it takes to create a buddy varies depending on the complexity of the design and the level of detail required. But in general, creating a buddy takes around 5 weeks, with these artists working under the supervision of art leads and our art director. We strive to make each buddy truly unique, and I can tell you that when we reveal a new one to our colleagues, the excitement is palpable. But our ambition for Nexus World buddies goes beyond being mere in-game companions or NFT collectibles. We believe strongly in interoperability, and we envision digital creations like our buddies to be interoperable with other metaverse projects. This not only allows us to collaborate actively with other open metaverses, but also puts a lot more meaning into digital asset ownership. I'm going to hand it back to Lucas, who has more exciting news to share.
Thank you, Steve. At Affyn, we strongly believe in the power of collaboration, inclusion, and innovation. And therefore, we collaborate with those who share the same belief and values with us. I am proud to announce that we have inked a collaboration with one of the largest music entertainment companies in the world, and they are none other than Warner Music Singapore. Now, we are thrilled to be working together with Warner Music Singapore on our upcoming new game trailer, and this marks the beginning of an exciting collaboration that will inspire all of us to continue pushing the boundaries in the ever-evolving Web3 space. We'd like to invite Gerald Ang, the Managing Director of Warner Music Singapore, to share a few words.
Thank you, Lucas, for the nice introduction. Hello, everybody. My name is Gerald. I'm the Managing Director for Warner Music Singapore. We are delighted to collaborate with Affyn to explore innovative and creative approaches to promote Warner Music Singapore's artists by taking audience engagement to unprecedented levels. Through tapping into new avenues and fans, we can broaden our reach in groundbreaking ways. We look forward to continuing our close partnership with Affyn and identifying more exciting opportunities for collaboration in the future. Thank you.
Thanks, Gerald. We are really excited about this collaboration as well. Now, the highlight of Evolution is the review of the secret project that we have been working on. But before that, I would like to share with you why and how it first came about. About more than 9 months ago, a couple of us were in the Pegasus meeting room. We were brainstorming ideas and having a discussion on what is the best thing that we can do for our community. Not what's best for us, not what's best for profit, but what's best for our Affinian community. Right from the beginning, the whole idea was built with the intention of community first in mind. We came to the conclusion that the best thing we can do for our community is to create real utility value of Fin token, Gen 0 buddies, and most particularly, the land NFTs. And we wanted to make it happen as quickly as possible So we started brainstorming and initially came up with an idea to create a mini game. It's fast, doesn't require a lot of resources, it saves a lot of time, and it can happen very quickly. Through the discussion, we discovered that this idea could also help us achieve an even bigger objective, which is to first drive a ton of users in, get them to have fun with the mini game, familiarize them with our IPs, and then funnel them into NEXUS World when we launch. But we started realizing that the utility value for a mini game is very minimal. The lifespan of a mini game is also very short as well. And we didn't like to do things that are short term. But most importantly, we came to learn that our values are all aligned, that we wanted to build something of high quality. So it all started from just wanting to build a mini game, but every time we meet up to discuss, it gets bigger. The next time we meet again, it gets bigger and bigger and bigger. Now, it has already become a full-blown multiplayer mobile game that is of high production quality, that has a lot of depth. Looking back, our thought process and decision making that got us here today was based on the intention of community first in mind. To build this requires a lot of resources and it takes a lot of time. Don't forget, our team is also concurrently building NEXUS World. This is an extremely challenging task with a short timeline, and there is no shortcut around it. But we still decided to proceed ahead because when we want to do something, we do it big. If not, we might as well not do it at all. Now that's the story of how and why the Secret project came about. This mobile game is an extension of the NEXUS World metaverse. Within the company, we often keep trying to push boundaries. One of our key priorities that we put a lot of focus on is constantly challenging ourselves and questioning, what can we do to bring Web3 into mainstream adoption? We have been putting a lot of effort into designing an elaborate Web2 to Web3 adoption growth loop. Let me briefly share with you how it works. Our first goal is to drive a ton of users into the mobile game through traditional acquisition methods such as performance marketing. Once our users are invested and familiarized with our IPs, we'll then funnel them through the play elements into our Web3 ecosystem. When this happens, it's no longer speculative demand coming in, but it's real demand and real value coming into the ecosystem. And we don't just want to stop there. We wanted to also convert them to become our creators and mayors, which will bring and drive even more Web2 users in to become citizens through the land ownership hometown mechanics and funnel them into the game. What I've mentioned is just the funneling from the Web2 side. What's exciting to know is that when our game launches, it will also have interoperable capabilities. Because of this capability, we will be able to collaborate and allow the communities of hundreds, if not thousands, of different NFT projects and Web3 game companies where their communities may utilize their NFTs of different art style and unique designs to appear in our mobile game. So we are concurrently funneling from both the Web2 and the Web3 side that will keep growing and flowing with a continuous growth loop, ultimately achieving our objective. For this growth loop to work, there are three important pillars: our products, our community, and our partners. With the evolution of Web3, we truly believe that the days of companies competing with one another and trying to monopolize an industry will be a thing of the past. We are confident that now it's all about collaborating and working with one another to build something of great value for all our users. Therefore, we have joined forces with some of the most exciting Web3 companies in the industry to provide each other valuable support as we evolve into something even bigger. Just to name a few, YGGSEA is primarily a community of play-to-earn gamers that acts as a guild across many games. With strong presence across 6 countries, we have partnered with them to not only bring our game to gamers in the region, but also to facilitate connections and collaboration among players. Through this partnership, we intend to build a vibrant and thriving gaming community in Southeast Asia. Neopets Metaverse is a play-and-earn community-driven virtual pet game based on the original Neopets Classic. The Neopets brand has over 23 years and more than 60 million registered users worldwide. We believe in the same vision of utilizing NFT interoperability to provide revolutionary and enjoyable experiences for both our communities while remaining true to the principles of fun. And this brings our partnership to Apyrion, a god game that enables players to experience unique gameplay as a divine deity. The experience is fueled by a tokenized, owner-driven ecosystem designed to align the interests of both developers and users. Affyn shares this pioneering blockchain spirit and a fundamental principle that guides the 2 NFT games that anything you own in any game you play should be yours to keep and freely use in the open metaverse. Web3 technology has enabled us to collaborate and explore uncharted territories like never before. With that said, we are proud to announce a strategic partnership with one of the largest Web3 metaverses in the industry. And they are none other than The Sandbox. This partnership will uplift the Web3 ecosystem by supporting creators and collaborators to come together to create an even more immersive and interactive experience. We'd like to invite George Wong, Head of Sandbox Singapore, to share a few words.
Thank you very much, Lucas, for the introduction. And of course, thank you, ladies and gentlemen, for having me here today, wherever you are in the world. Just a quick introduction. My name is George. I am the head of Singapore for The Sandbox, one of the leading Web3 metaverses. And we are big believers in decentralization and interoperability. Now, for many of you may not know, a lot of metaverses tend to work in silos. And we work with many different Web3 gaming companies because we truly believe that working together collaboratively is the way for the metaverse to be relevant to the mass market. So I'm very excited today to share that Affyn has decided to work together with us and also to develop interoperable assets that can be used in multiple metaverses is what we believe is the utopia of metaverses. And we're very excited that Affyn is here with us today to collaborate to build more exciting new innovations that can help to bridge metaverses together, because we shouldn't work in silos. We should work together to build a richer and more attractive, engaging, and exciting metaverse experience for all, and we hope that you will join us there. Thank you, and we'll see you in the metaverse.
Thank you, George, and we are really excited about this partnership as well. You've seen the updates, you've seen the progress, you've seen our partners. Now, it's time to review our secret project and introducing Buddy Arena!
It had to start from a really strong idea that could live inside everybody's head. In the beginning, it was a few stacks of paper that we scribbled on and like really light sketches. And then from there, as it went through more eyes, eventually the ideas built up over time. We had more members on the team. And from each of our strengths, the vision or the soul of what we wanted to create started to take shape.
So during the playtest, we had a wide range of testers. The players ranged from children to adults, and everybody was able to pick up the game pretty quickly. Yeah, some of them preferred more combat, some of them preferred to try to get more points. Yeah, it seems like everybody was able to find the best way to play, and a lot of them enjoyed the team games especially.
Everybody is working together to bring their best. Game design team comes with some really creative concepts that then our art team is really happy to build on and even expand. And they bring these concepts back to the development team, who also bring their touch and make that an amazing experience that was well thought, was well implemented, and that looks amazing.
So far, the thing that I'm most excited for is to really put all of the buddies that the players have seen so far into their hands, and to allow them to actually play with the buddies and fight together with them. All the familiar favorites will be there, Affyn, Pegasus, Nessie, and there will be more. So this is just the beginning of Buddy Arena, but once you really get rolling, there will be so much more content. I know for sure that there's a long list of items that will become available once the game rolls out. For players who already own our NFTs, there are plans in place for you to be able to use them both in Buddy Arena and the NEXUS World. We only want to deliver the best to our players. We know for sure that what we are going to launch in 2023 and 2024, this will definitely surprise our players.
So the secret is out. Buddy Arena is a multiplayer online battle game. It's a fast-paced multiplayer brawler where players compete in collecting the most number of crystals. With an assortment of weapons, skills, and squads of buddies, players duke it out in arenas, in teams, or individually to see who comes out on top. And of course, it has a Web3 economy so that you can play and earn. Let me explain how the game works. It takes place in an arena that is part of the NEXUS World. There will be several arenas to play in. In these arenas, there are crystal deposits. The primary objective of players is to harvest as many crystals as possible. Players can mine deposits by hacking at them. But that's if the other players leave them alone, because the other aspect of the game is combat. You can attack other players and you will collect the crystals that they drop when you knock them out. So attack or mining, choose your strategy, but you won't be left alone. And then you have your buddies with you. Deploy them alongside you in the arena to help you attack, defend, or harvest crystal deposits. Each buddy will also have a unique skill that you'll learn to strategize. At the end of the match, the player or the team with most crystals wins the game. We're beginning with matches of 4 players, so either team matches 2 versus 2 or free-for-all with 4 players duking it out. We will introduce more game modes and larger matches along the way. We're really excited about this game. Our main focus has been to make this game fun. We've been spending a lot of time playing it, tweaking it, improving it, so we can deliver the best player experience possible. Our internal playtests have been momentously fun. Our next-door office neighbors have even rung the doorbell once to ask us to keep the noise level down. We're 9 months into building this game, and by this I mean only 9 months. Building a quality game takes a lot of time. AAA studios with teams much larger than ours typically have production timelines between 18 and 24 months, sometimes more. Of course, hyper-casual games take a lot less time. But Buddy Arena, being a multiplayer brawler with a Web3 component, it is going to need depth and polish to engage players at the level we want it to. It's still a bit raw, and it will need more love and effort going into it. We're far from done, but we're progressing with each day that passes. One of the primary objectives of Buddy Arena is also to give utility to our NEXUS World NFTs. So good news, if you own a NEXUS World NFT, you will be able to use it with Buddy Arena. Gen Zero Buddies will be playable in Buddy Arena when we launch globally. Angelic Pegasus, Frostvale Nessie, Electric Gagamaru, and Blazeball Flume will be rocking the arena alongside you. As for land NFTs, if you own NEXUS World land, you will be able to reap benefits from the land using a feature we call Hometown. So let's say you are a landowner. You can create a hometown on your land. That's something you'll be able to do from our Affyn Marketplace website in the near future. So you become a mayor. And as a new mayor, what you want to do is fill your hometown with citizens. Any Buddy Arena player can be a citizen of a hometown. And as citizens play and earn, a mayor will collect a tax on his or her citizens' earnings. In short, your hometown has earning power. And the more active your hometown and your citizens are, the more you'll earn. Two things to clarify while I'm on the hometown topic. First, there are no geographical restrictions to hometown citizenship. As a player, you can live in Germany, but still be a citizen of a land that's located in Singapore. This also means mayors don't have to only invite people who are near them. Second, the Buddy Arena gameplay experience will be the same for citizens and mayors. Everyone will be battling it out equally against other players. Being a mayor doesn't give you a leg up in the arena, but the ones who own land and build a thriving hometown will stand to earn more via the tax system. We've covered a lot of ground on Buddy Arena. I want to call out that Buddy Arena is an extension of NEXUS World, and it is a long-term endeavor. We will continue to launch new features and new content in Buddy Arena even after its launch, always striving to make it as fun as we possibly can. Talking of launch, we intend to soft launch the game in Q3 this year in limited territories. The objective of a soft launch is to make sure the game is robust, fun, and provides the best game experience possible before it will launch commercially. Once we're happy with the experience that the game delivers, that's when it will be released globally. Frankly, we can't wait. I'm going to hand it over to Tina, who will talk more about Buddy Arena's alpha launch.
Hello, Affinians and new Affinians. My name is Tina. I'm the Chief Marketing Officer of Affyn. First, thank you so much for your attention to stay with us so far. I know there has been a lot of overwhelming news we have shared. You may not know this, but I often teach to be the luckiest one in our leadership team because I'm the one who shared the greatest news to the community. So I hope you don't mind being a little bit more patient and listen carefully for what I have to say. When I joined this team a couple months ago, I was inspired by Lucas' visions and see the potential of the team to build a fun and quality products. Fast forward to today, we have evolved, forming top-tier brand partnerships and expanding our horizons to build not just one metaverse, but the entire ecosystems that put the community first. Every product, every campaign, we always ask ourselves, how can we bring more to the community? Like Steve just mentioned, Buddy Arena, it is a game that has been 9 months in its making. We have poured our hearts and souls into this project, crunching, grinding, and burning the midnight oil to make it work. Of course, we have not solved all the problems. But today, I'm very proud to say that we have come to one step closer. As a valued member of our community, we would love for you to be one of the first to experience Buddy Arena. Your input will help us to continue to evolve and create amazing products. So please mark your calendars, Athenians, because on May 31st, we will be opening the closed alpha phase of Buddy Arena, and all of you are invited to experience. And to add more fun to the mix, I'm excited to share with you that we will be organizing 6 physical community meetups where you can play Buddy Arena with your friends and family in a real-world setting. And also, this is your perfect chance to challenge Lucas or Steve to a face-to-face match in a game that they designed. We will be visiting 6 cities in Asia, including Singapore, Manila, Bangkok, Jakarta, Kuala Lumpur, and Hong Kong in June. So mark your calendars and get ready to join the fun. I'm super thrilled to be able to meet you in person. Talking about cities, there's another exciting news for you. We know many of you have been waiting for this for a long time. So it's my honor to announce the Wave 2 of NEXUS World City Launch is coming to the 18th of May. And this time, we are bringing all your dream cities to life. Please check it out. Our friends, you know what to do. Bioflag and claim your land. For our new Athenians, don't worry, it is quite easy. You can purchase the flag from marketplace.affyn.com anytime between now to May 18th. After that, you can claim your desired land in the NEXUS World. Do not miss this amazing opportunity to be one of the first landowners in the NEXUS World, and to be able to create your own hometown in Buddy Arena. Now, I would like to ask Lucas to join me back on stage to share one last mega news.
I mentioned earlier that everything we do, we always do it with our community first in mind. When we first launched the Generation Zero Buddies, we designed it in a way where it connected us to the community of our earliest generation, most particularly those who stayed with us throughout. Now, as we prepare for all the upcoming campaigns, especially with the launch of our first product, we wanted to do something special to celebrate this milestone. More importantly, we wanted something to symbolize those who have been part of us before the launch. Our OG edition Mythical Buddy collection is a symbol of belief, faith, and connection with our community. Launching an NFT collection is more than just launching digital assets. It's about creating a shared experience together. And therefore, we have decided to make the OG edition Mythical Buddy collection free to mint. This is our way of saying thank you to those of you who have believed in us throughout this journey. Before Tina spills all the details, let's watch this video.
Now you have heard the original story of the OG edition Mythical Body NFT collections. Let me recap some important facts. Similar to the Generation Zero Body NFT we launched last year, the OG edition Mythical Bodies collections will be minting out in the egg format on the date of June 22nd. As the old Athenians knows well, we never rush the process. Good things take time. The big revelation on which body is inside the egg will come later on the hatch date. And I hope you notice it is a free mint that has a very limited supply. Only 1,988 mints are available. That's because we firmly believe that only our strongest supporter deserve ownership. To structure this mint, we have created 2 tiers. The first tier guarantees you a spot and a time priority to mint during a designating time frame, while the second tier is open to mint for people who hold the general allowed list spots, which is first come, first served. Now we get to my favorite part of the day. How can you snag a spot? We want to show some love to our biggest supporter along the way. So here's my pro tips. Pay attention to today's raffle, answer the question correctly, and stand a chance to win one of the 15 guaranteed mint spots. Or participate in the Body Arena Alpha Test and the Body Arena Meet and Play events in first 2 weeks of June. Your chance to win is this high. That's right, we're giving out 200 guaranteed mint spots and general allowed lists for people who experience Body Arena Alpha Test and join the Meet and Play events. Full disclosure, that's by far the biggest allowed list allocation in this mint I've personally heard. So you know what it means. Last but not least, do follow us on Twitter and Discord. Show your support in a creative and caring ways. Various surprises will be giving out in the different activities in our social media. You know that we do weekly Twitter space hosted by our beloved social media guru, Chris and Santini. Just remember to follow us. You will get plenty of surprises. So yes, there will be a hectic couple weeks because we want to share all the exciting things we have built so far at once. Let me recap what's coming out next. First up, join us for the Wave 2 city launch of NEXUS World, where you can become a proud land fee owner. Secondly, we're excited to offer you the opportunity to win big prizes. As I mentioned, by participating in the alpha test of Body Arena and experiencing the first hand. And don't forget to meet other Athenians and play together at our Meet and Play events. Last but not least, mark your calendar for June 22nd to get your hands on the OG edition Mythical Body. We hope you're as excited as we are, and we apologize if we've been keeping you on your toes. But that's just the Web3 pace that we're living in. Thank you so much for listening. Now I would like to hand the stage back to Lucas.
I believe Web3 gaming isn't just a disruption. It will be a revolution. Opening up the whole financial system of the gaming world is just the first step. What lies after that will go beyond anyone's imagination. Even now, gaming is already starting to become a part and parcel of the everyday person's life. In future, it won't just be gaming anymore. It will be a whole new way to live. Now, in every revolution, it all starts off with a strong culture. One example was Pirate Bay. When it first started, the community that united behind Pirate Bay had a very strong us against the world mindset. Similar to the degen culture that we now see in the Web3 space. Pirate Bay grew extremely big, but they were sloppy, they took shortcuts, the download speed was slow, and the quality was bad. So relying on just culture alone can only get you so far. Then Spotify came in. They did things professionally, they laid a proper foundation, provided structure, they took no shortcuts, and most importantly, focus on building a great product. With that professionalism, they set a new standard which revolutionized the entire music industry. Web3 and NFTs right now are predominantly led by culture, which is very powerful. But imagine culture combined with professionalism and great products. This will set new standards and truly change the world. But we cannot do it alone. We all have to unite with that common vision and elevate the industry together. The future is bright. Let's embrace this journey ahead and have more fun together.
That's right, let's elevate this industry together. With all the major announcements that Tina has just shared, we know you're eager to find out more. So visit our event hub at events.affyn.com. And before we end, remember that we have an OG edition Mythical Buddy NFT free mint. And there's 50 guaranteed spots up for grabs. I hope you paid attention during this event because all the 3 questions have been randomly shown throughout the event. You should be able to see a Google form link right now in the chat box or over here. So go to the Google form to join the raffle and answer the 3 questions and upload the screenshots required. This is a raffle, so you need to have the correct answers and it's not fastest fingers first. The contest ends today, 10th May 2023, 3 AM UTC. Raffle winners will be announced on Affyn's Discord and Twitter tomorrow. So, good luck! And with that, we've come to the end of Evolution. Thank you to everyone who joined us today. It's been a great session with your participation. So once again, thank you. I am Tammy Chu. On behalf of Affyn, we look forward to evolving bigger and better with you.